This episode of the Honest Art podcast is for all of you artists out there that may be feeling a little frustrated with your own art, or maybe you find yourself comparing your art to other artists' art a lot. Maybe you're just bored with your own painting. Um, Maybe some of you are feeling like painting or getting to your creative practice is starting to feel like a chore. It's starting to feel like a have to. And if any of those sound familiar to you, I can tell you I can relate. And I can also tell you I have got the solution, and it is an artist detox. But the good news is, like, we don't have to go to rehab. We can actually make this a whole lot of fun. And on the Honest Art podcast this week, I give you lots of things that you can do. But a couple of them, and this is really important, a couple of them are like, take time to stimulate your senses again. Obviously, go out in nature. There's lots of different things that I tell you, but one thing I want to talk about in particular that might seem like a weird way to detox, but what I think we need to detox often from, especially if we feel like our art is starting to feel too like it's bored, like I'm tired of painting when I'm painting. It's sometimes we're trying to be good, and we need to detox from trying to be good. And this can be especially difficult if we were raised in an environment where being good was paramount, right? And I used to say this is just women. I may say that in the podcast, but I know this is women and men. And it's like, you be kind, you serve others, you think of others first, you watch what you say, you use your manners. Like, all of these things about being good are wonderful. They're incredible virtues for sure, but they're not really what we're going for in our art, right? I talk about honest art. What we're going for in our art is to be honest in as much as possible, right? So maybe I'm not feeling good, right? Maybe I am feeling sad. That needs to come out in our art. Maybe I'm feeling frustrated. Maybe I'm feeling sexy. Maybe I'm feeling like I'm exceptional. Maybe I'm feeling like I need to take up more space. Maybe I'm feeling important. And all of these things need to come through in our art, because if they're not, if we're blocking that, then it's like, I talk about how we are the faucet, but we're not the water. We're not the creativity. So by being good, we are closing in those pipes, right? So not as much creativity can get through, and we're wanting to open that up, because if we don't, what we end up doing is we end up self-editing our art, and that's when it can kind of start to feel like a chore. It kind of feel like it's kind of getting boring. And the truth is that our art acts like a mirror. So if we are dimming our own light when we show up to the canvas, we're kind of dimming our light overall. And so when you think about being good, in the service of others, what greater service to others than to be fully ourselves and show up that way, especially in our art? Because what will happen is you will unintentionally give others permission to shine their own light. So how about that for being in service to others? So I gave you lots of other ideas for how you can do an artist detox so you can feel vibrant and feel vitality again in your own art, in your own life, in your work, and just all different areas. So definitely head to your favorite platform to listen to this week's podcast. And if you like what you hear on YouTube, definitely like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. All right, take good care. I'll see you soon.